Hi, Scott Orlin with CINEMA-Magazine. The new film coming your way is called The Prom, so get out your tuxedos and your corsages. And I'm here with two of the stars of the movie, Jo Ellen Pellman and Andrew Rannells. Talk a little bit about your own relationship to prom. I mean, this is for Germany, and there are a lot of countries around the world that don't have proms.
We had to explain to James Corden about prom culture in the United States, because they don't have proms like that in the UK. But I think that more than just sort of like a typical prom, the prom that we get to put on in this film is it's an inclusive prom that is really more of a celebration about acceptance and community and less about corsages and tiaras. So it was certainly the prom that I wish I had had in high school.
And Joe, I can't fathom. I mean, there's nothing more terrifying than high school. I always say people don't graduate, that you kind of, you survive. That this girl had such testament of character to be able to navigate through that and be true to herself. That's incredibly impressive.
Oh, I agree. And I do think that like Emma always had this voice in her, but it really did take this troupe of Broadway actors, like who became really her chosen family, to sort of give her the courage to like find the way that she wants to speak out and tell her story. And so I really do think like her journey is all thanks to this wonderful troupe of actors who come to help her, even though not really with the most giving intentions at first, but they really do become her chosen family.
And Andrew being one of those troupe of actors, I must say that when I go to the mall, I only go to shop, but now I know I can do a whole musical routine. So thank you for introducing that. How surreal was that experience?
It was pretty nuts because we were in a mall just in the valley somewhere in California, and there were certainly people just shopping there. I mean, Joellen, you had another number in that same prom, and in that same mall, and there as many background that we had, there were also a lot of people who were just trying to shop, and there we were dancing and singing in the mall. So it was a trip to get to be dropped into the middle of that, and then literally dancing inside of a fountain was, I don't know if I'll ever get to do that again.
I mean, Joe, it's going to be mind boggling to people that this is your first feature film and the array of co stars that you have. Talk a little bit about that learning curve of not only with Andrew, but James, with Nicole, with Carrie, with Meryl.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have respected and admired every single one of these actors like for so long. Like, I remember watching the Tony Awards when Andrew sang I Believe, and I was just like, oh my gosh, he is commanding the stage. Like, this is acting. And so then to like really meet your heroes, but then also discover, and like not only are they just remarkable artists, and I felt like I was learning something from them every single day about, how to just like be on a set and how to give your co-star your all, but also like just as a human, they're so funny. I feel like I laughed so hard, especially with Andrew and James. Like some of my fondest memories were in between takes and just getting to know them as people. They made me feel just like I was right at home.
And do you have Zaz now?
I think I found my Zaz. I think I found my Zaz.
Andrew, hopefully you got yours too.
I hope so. I hope I have some Zaz. I mean, nobody's got Zaz like Nicole, man. It was incredible to watch her rehearse that number too, because she really, I think, we had a very sort of traditional rehearsal process, which is kind of rare for a film, but we really did get to sort of bond in that rehearsal process, which was great. So by the time we got to set, we all knew each other a little bit better. But Nicole worked on that number. You just see her in between takes, just working on her Fosse. And it looked incredible. That number is fantastic. Was that hard, Jo Ellen? Have you done a lot of Fosse stuff before, or
so
no?
I had done like in college and then like growing up, but I had never like studied it to that level that Nicole and I did, of just like, I want to like, we had like 6 weeks of rehearsal, and we were just like learning constantly, like all of the different ways you shoot energy out of your fingers, and like the exact like hip placements and hand placements. Like it's so specific, and we knew we had to do it justice. And I mean, I feel like I learned everything I could about like work ethic from Nicole. She is just a champion of working until you nail it.
Well, Andrew, Jo, thank you so much, and do a little jazz hands to say goodbye. This is Scott Orlin. Until next time.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah.
Let's cut.